This board came out way better than I expected, especially for all the mistakes I made. Let me show you the chaos behind it. I started by trimming all my cherry and walnut to rough lengths. For me, that was 22 inches. Next was time to get these pieces ready for ripping. I double checked my measurements here to make sure each strip comes out consistent. First attempt didn't go so well. Tripped the breaker not once, but twice. This can happen with thick stock. Here I'm just testing a thin rip jig with a piece of walnut. Came out to the perfect size. After that, I glued up 2 pieces of walnut to get the thickness I needed and ripped them down to size. Don't miss out on the custom walnut vanity build. Hit subscribe. Here I made this one just slightly taller than the other one, so once I glue these up, I know that I won't be perfect and I can plane it down right to the exact size I need. Here I'm just milling up the cherry so I can rip some strips off of it. This ensures when I'm ripping the strips, they will be square off the table saw. Well, these are what I'm supposed to have. This is what I cut. To fix this, I need to rip it this way, then resaw it this way to get the width and thickness I need. Here I'm resawing them to size. Here I'm just checking a few of those ripped cherry boards to make sure they work out perfect, and it does. I test fitted 5 of the boxes, 3 more to go before the first glue up. Ripped the last pieces of cherry and laid out everything in preparation for gluing. So right now, I just need to glue these together, not like this, but just these squares together. So this will be the first of 3 glue ups on this project. Now let's speed this up a little bit. Make sure to not over tighten your clamps, as it will cause bowing. Don't forget to clean up. Alright, today I find out if this basket weave pattern is going to work. As you can see here, what I didn't want to happen, did happen. Most pieces got stuck together. So I had a few come out, and a few are very stuck together. This should be fun. That worked. Let's bring out the big guns. A small tear happens, but nothing that can't be fixed. Not the best, but not the worst. Right now, I'm just doing 1 box to test. Not making the same mistake I made multiple times. So here, I put it through the planer and it got stuck because one of the sides was higher than the other and I didn't check it first. After a few adjustments, it's fine and I have 7 more boxes to go. Next, I jointed and planed all the boxes to ensure the next glue up went flawless. Pattern complete. Next, the big glue up. I get anxiety every time I glue up. Here I'm using Type Bond 3 for the glue since it's waterproof and food safe. Let's see how this one comes out. Not bad. Since it came out somewhat flat on the glue up, this side seems to be the best. I'm just gonna run it right through the planer. Try it out. Okay, glue up went not bad, but just remember, the more you are off when you glue up, the more you're gonna have to plane off. And this is probably a little more than I would have liked to plane, but it'll work. It's 1 5/8 inches thick currently. I'm gonna do 1 5/8 inches of strips plus 1/8 inch, be about 1 3/4 inches total that I'm taking off each time. This board is about 21. Divide that into there, get about 12 1/2 strips, the half I can't use. So you get 12 strips that I could use, this original board, is 1 5/8. So you multiply that by the 12 strips, get about 19 inches of a board. You know what? Just to be safe, double check that piece. Pretty much dead on. At this point, there's no fixing it. Whatever comes next is what you get. Flip every other. The moment we have been waiting for, the weave pattern. Gluing up, you just want to clamp until you get oozing on all the joints pretty evenly. That's about it. Common misconception is over clamping and making the panel bow. Moment of truth. What's a glue up without the board getting stuck? And of course, I had to show you a little peek at the glue up. It actually came out pretty flat. I marked up some high spots with a pencil and decided to sand instead of planing. Being able to go right into sanding saves thickness, avoids tear out, and it's much more controlled. Regardless of that, when making an end grain cutting board, you're going to be sanding forever. Now with knots and voids like this, I'll just fill it with wood glue and use some sawdust to make up your own wood filler. After that, you just sand it flat and you're good to go. I like doing it this way because it blends better than store-bought filler and it disappears after sanding. You don't need it perfect yet, you just need to knock it down. Final sanding comes later on. Did I mention that sanding takes forever on an end grain cutting board? I really was serious. I had to stop here for the night, but all the rough sanding is complete. Next day, time to get in the homemade juice groove jig. If you guys want to see how I make that, please let me know in the comments. I'll make a video on it. As you can see, I take multiple light passes, keeping things clean and reduce tear out. Once the juice groove is done, everything else is about surface prep. I marked the entire board just to see what I need to sand. This board already came out pretty flat, so this is more of a refinement than correction. Before final sanding, I always water pop. It raises the fibers now, so they won't raise later when your board gets wet and you're washing it. After the water pop, I did the final sand through the grits to knock everything back down smooth. This board was made for someone specific, so I added custom laser engraving to finish it off. This is the moment the end grain really comes alive. End grain drinks oil, so this takes a few passes. you want full saturation for durability and protection. I mean, look at that oil on that board. Once the oil soaks in, I finish with a butcher block conditioner to lock everything in and add some more protection. If you enjoyed this build and want to see more projects like this, please hit subscribe. I post full builds and shorter clips every week.